game block of home games. Great to get over a win in a tight game.
Yeah, no, it was great. Very physical game, so pleased to get another win. Some young guys getting some very valuable experience as well, which is very hard to get. Really, it's for us playing the Lions for the very first time, it's understanding. You're going into a game where you don't really know what to expect. Like, we can show the guys lots of images. All the other teams, we have some level of understanding what they're like. So slightly unusual. But yeah, you can see like how physical they are as a team. So very strong around set piece. And you could see how physically committed they were, the Lions. So a lot of battered bodies when you walk up the corridor there in the dressing room. So we're pleased to get a win. And so, as you say, like, this was game 3 of this block of 5 games. So it's just important for us now. We get ourselves ready for the next one, which is away in Treviso. So they play against the Sharks tomorrow. So we'll see how that game looks. And see, obviously, if there's potentially a couple of guys coming back maybe from camp as well. And just prepare well again, and try and pick up as many points as we can now next week as well.
And just a word for Rhys Ruddock. Incredible achievement to get to 200 games, and strong performance from him as well today.
It's great. He's such a great character in the group, Rhys. Delighted for him. It's an amazing milestone for him. Just great to see his folks here as well. Mike Ruddock, who was the first professional Leinster coach of Leinster Rugby. So a great family that have played a big role in Leinster over the years. Proud day for Rhys, definitely. I thought he acquitted himself really, really well, and hopefully he can push on now over the next few weeks.
In terms of the depth, 3 academy players playing today. Great for them to get game time in such a physical game like that as well.
Well, that's the thing, exactly. Yeah, like I thought, Joe McCarthy in the second row acquitted himself really, really well. It's only his second game for Leinster, so first game here at the RDS. His first outing was against Cardiff away. Really, really positive for him. Jamie, who's progressing all the time, he's played a few more games, but again, it's just trying to get that understanding the level of physicality similar to Max. Max has been his first involvement in the senior team this year. He's been unlucky with injuries, or a injury that has kept him out for a while. So he's had a couple of outings with Trinity. So, but it's a huge step up for guys. I think you're going to see more and more, particularly now as teams go down to South Africa, the Northern Hemisphere's teams go down to South Africa, and you get a real understanding of the challenge that these teams are going to pose. I think there was always going to be an adaptation period for them coming into the tournaments, but they'll find their feet, become more familiar with the travel and everything that's involved with playing up here. So they're a team with such, the Lions I'm talking about now, like, they're a team with such proud traditions. So it's great exposure for all our young guys.
And finally, mixed weather the last 3, but really good support the last 3 games. Like, even today when it was really tight, how much does that help the lads?
Oh, it's great. A few different times in the game. Like you see when Tommy made that tackle in the corner, and the lift it gives, and the lift it gives all the players as well at different stages, the crowd. So we won't be here at the RDS for quite a while, but I believe there's still tickets on sale for a few other games that are down the Aviva. So the support, it means such a difference to all the guys. And I know there's a lot going on with the international still during this window as well. So it's a lot to look forward to now in the rest of the season in terms of hopefully some big home games. Obviously with guys at the Aviva now tomorrow, so wish those guys on Sunday, should I say, wish those guys the very, very best of luck. Tough challenge for them against Italy. A few new combinations in there as well, but hopefully a lot of our guys go well.
Any more for the line where we have to stop over?
Sorry, 7-6 at half time. Leinster gave away quite a few penalties in the first half. What do you think that was down to? Was it just mistakes, or?
I think a lot of it is just, there's a couple of set piece penalties in there, but there's a few guys were we're maybe trying a little bit too hard, so pushing the boundaries around some of the rucks, which just puts us under more pressure. So it's just making sure that we're making smart decisions when we're out there. You can see there's a lot of effort, a lot of endeavour, so it's just trying to tidy up some of the accuracy, and that's defensively where we're giving away penalties, but also then with the ball. Much better, I thought, intent started the second half, get in for those couple of tries. The game loses. We lose our way a little bit then. Obviously, a lot of changes, as can sometimes happen, and then we're probably forcing things, and particularly as guys start to get tired as well as the game goes on. So, we know that we expect that to a certain degree because there's a lot of chopping and changing with the team over this period, which is to be expected. And we're missing a lot of players, more than a lot of other teams would be. So the Lions probably looked that bit more cohesive as a group. So that's something that we're trying to build here at the moment. As when we've had 3 games, but we've had some changes. We did that as well. So for us now, just trying to make sure we have a decent week's training, so we can work away at some of the combinations in particular. So we put in a decent performance over in Italy now next week.
21-6 when you got the 2 tries and that, were you sort of surprised the way the Stormers fought back and they stayed on their feet and they looked pretty strong at the end?
Yeah, you're hoping that the Lions would break, but they hung in there, and I think you got to give them a lot of credit for what they've done. So as I said, there's some very battered bodies in the tunnel there, so they've been physically unbelievably committed to the challenge. And they stuck in there well, so they put us under a lot of pressure. So I think you got to give those guys a lot of credit as well.